Okay. I hit the record button because we're just going to see what's going to happen along the way. On my way to work. And it's just like one of those mornings that it's like, well, it's spring, but it's raining. When I make that face that I just did, I'm blowing air out of my ears. Literally, that's what's happening. So if you're like, what the hell did you just do? Anyway, I wanted to film because something's been on my mind. And it's like how I feel right now and how I'm about to feel by the end of this video. Because by the end of this video, I am going to feel much more free. Holy crap. That car in front of me was just reversing. Of course, we're going to stay focused on driving and making sure we're safe. But I figure, you know, it wouldn't hurt to, here we go. Oh. Traffic is crazy, you know. Certain time of the day. You can count on it here now in Oregon. You know, breathing has become a habit now. I think my body just needs to do it. Kind of season that I'm in. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna be maybe an entrepreneur. I don't know yet. I don't know how to make up my mind sometimes. So many opportunities. So many, like, read this, do this, try this. There's so much out there to consume. And I get so overwhelmed. Tell you what. I hope to God that I'm not the only one. I just feel so overwhelmed sometimes that I just cannot keep up. Especially with a kind of person like me, where you're creative and your mind just goes wild, that you don't have the time to do your homework. You don't have the time. But you know what? There's another thing that's conflicting, which is genuine love. And what I mean by that is laying aside your own personal desires for the sake of those around you so that you can build relationships. Because, I mean, if the most important thing in life is good relationships, fuck, I must die. You know, I said yesterday, I live to die, and I die to live. That sounds really weird, but I mean, it makes sense. Because in order for me to truly, genuinely love somebody, I cannot be thinking about myself. And honestly, the last, I don't know, I could say last couple days, but like, honestly, my whole life, so fucking annoyed at myself, man. Even my voice. It's just like, it's never gonna go away. It's never gonna go away. My incapability of speaking. That's why I'm doing this. Could be so annoying. And one of my coping mechanisms is to think out loud through conversation. Sometimes you gotta be like, hey, whoa, unnecessary. Phil, come on. It ain't so bad. So when you start doing that, confronting your brain, there's actually two people being existent, it seems like. Because when you confront yourself, like, whoa, feel, what's going on? You start playing your higher self, which is, people do this sort of thing, but I am blown away by by what it truly is. Can I say something? Of course you can, because I'm being filmed right now. It's getting hot in here. Jesus. I believe the one thing that he was trying to get across was to just die, man. It's not about you. It's about everybody else that's around you. I mean, why else did he have a bunch of other people following him? I don't think he was focused on himself. I think he was just like, hey, everybody, how we doing? He was probably very enthusiastic, probably funny. He had to have had the character of who knows what. I don't know. But anybody that really values you, they're gonna brag about you. They're gonna pick you up. And the other part about love that blows my mind is the form of love that's dark. You know? I mean, we have the sun, and we have the moon, we have night, we have day. Can't just be upbeat all the time. That'll get boring. There's so many, like, filters, I guess. Not so many, but just like there are like at least 4. At least that for me is true. Honesty, competence, generosity, and intention. The lion, the eagle, the ox, the man. Just 4. Earth, water, wind, fire. They're all very different elements. You know what's funny too is that earth, water, fire, and wind, they're like different stages of the elements. I mean, it's like solid, liquid, gas. It's just like slowly becoming invisible. So it's harder to believe the things that you see with your mind. But if you can see it, I mean, it's still real. But the point is, don't be so hard on yourself. God, don't take life so seriously. Which is so ridiculously hard for somebody like me. Why, though? Why am I so serious? Why? Well, you know why? Because I train myself to be really good at whatever it is that I do. I don't know why. It's just my brain. It's just the way that I'm thinking. So how do you change the way you think? Or at least keep yourself in line with how you really, truly want to be? Well, you just talk yourself. That's one way. Why not be the person your higher self? Just be me. Just be me. I'll be you, and you be me, okay? That's it. All of a sudden, you have some sort of confidence because you're put aside, and your higher self, aka God, is living through you. And you don't know how, but all of a sudden, you're like, buddy, it's okay. It's okay. The best thing you can do is live in the moment, is to be in the moment. Because your whole life, you will always be in the moment. You're not gonna be in the past, and you're not gonna be in the future. Although your mind will, you won't. So the more you take advantage of right now, the more opportunity life will present itself to you. Huh. Clear that brain. And we're going to get over in our right lane here and pass this buddy because they're going a little slow. Sometimes you just need to go past them. Sometimes you got to make the hard choice and say the right thing that you don't want to say because you love somebody. Sometimes love isn't just a bunch of yippity-doo-dah. It's like, buddy, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep going with the cycle of failure that you're going to be going through, or are you actually going to think ahead and plan your life because you care about yourself and about the people around you? Do you want to be a nobody? Okay, great. Then make friends. How, though? How do you make friends? Well, you just do it. You just be in the now. Everything will happen. As cheesy as it is, seek ye first the kingdom, and everything else will fall into place. What does that mean? Just be in the now. And just trust. You relax, you rest, you let God, you work. You know? I feel like hard work is when you're able to fully rest. Oh, these windshield wipers. Squeaky squeak. Because when you relax, you're fine. You're not fighting yourself. You're not fighting anybody else. You know what I hate? You know what I really hate? Competition. Not for anything else, but because I get so competitive sometimes. And, you know, a lot of people do. And that's not a bad thing. But it's how you see yourself, okay? Do you love yourself or do you hate yourself? And you know what? I've come to the conclusion that I actually hate myself a lot. But I don't want to. I want to give that up and move on a little bit and, not take life so seriously. I know I'm repeating the same thing over and over, but in the end, by the end of this drive, I'm going to feel a lot better. So that by the time I need to start working, we can listen. And then we can truly love. I cannot love if I'm thinking about myself all the time. And I have such a habit of doing that. You know, this past season, I will say this, it is so interesting to see people change. It is so interesting to see life do its thing in people where they become a little bit more selfish. And that's not a bad thing. I think we need to go through it. But what I'm saying is that, okay, let's remember that and move on. Let's deny ourselves and move on. Literally, that's what Jesus was trying to say. You can try, but that's just like the law. That's just like self-righteousness. And that is not the way. It's becoming obsolete. There's a new way. It's called grace. It's called trust. It's called let it go. For it is by grace you have been saved. And this is not of yourselves, it is a gift. Life is a gift. Whatever the fuck that means. So I guess we're discovering what that gift means. Do you believe you're a gift? Do you believe that you are a gift? We're not driving right now, we're at a red light. Do you believe that you're a gift? No, it's green. Yes, of course. Of course. Sure. But not for myself. I'm a gift to you. That's what I've come to the conclusion too, is that my desires, they're truly not my own. I truly think these desires, the gifts, the talents, the skills that I got, is truly to help others. The season that I'm in, where I am trying so hard to push myself because I do not want to fall into the same trap of the people not gonna name that I don't want to fall into. Dude, I want to do life right. I want to do money right. I don't want to have negative thoughts about money. I don't want to have a bad relationship with money. Money, oh my God. Really does determine the kind of people that we are. But it's what you value. 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 Have more value, you'll have more money. Value money, you'll have more of it. Value, that word, okay? Do you believe that you have value? Do you believe that you have worth? Because I'm not going to say that you do. If you don't believe it, then you don't. But if you do, then there is fruit that you are producing. Whatever it is that you believe, all that matters is the fruit that comes through that belief. What kind of fruit are you producing? Great. I like to hear what you say. But show me the proof. Show me the proof. Here we are again, stopped behind a truck. Do you believe that you have value? Why? What is that value good for? Why are you valuable? Why are you so valuable? Why are you so important? Do you want to be important? Why wouldn't you? Do you want influence? Why don't you? I don't know. I can't say, because I don't know everybody in the world. I don't know what kind of culture people are living these days. I feel like I'm trying to keep up. Are you gonna let me go, truck? Great, thank you so much. That's the other thing. Just saying thank you. Just saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Nice blinker, buddy. There was none. Good relationships, people. Quality relationships. If that was the key to life, because literally, without people, there would be nothing. It's how your relationships are with people. And you have a relationship with somebody, right? Could be anything, could be anybody. Literally anything, too. The relationships you have with your hats, with your shoes, with your articles of clothing, with the things around you, like pens, even. I'm this kind of person, that's why I'm able to say these things. The things that you use, okay? The relationship that I have with my computer. It's whatever you want it to be, even with people. With that being said, who are you? Who are you showing up to be? Are you showing up to be nobody? Or are you in character? Are you ready to become the character that you created, if you have created it? Which, to be honest, that's where I'm currently at. I created a person for myself, and boy, it's a lot of change. And it's very hard to stick to, especially with the kind of kind of qualities that I want to be. Transparent, honest, open, vulnerable. That's weird. That's very weird. The way that I'm talking right now, that's not normal, right? That's not normal. But if I keep doing it, there's so many ways, there's so many different creative ways to be somebody. And why not? Makes life much more fun. So I can talk like this, or you can talk like this, and there are two birds up in the sky. Two birds, buddy. You know what that means? That means I'm following you. I don't even know if you're following me right now. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. Drinking my coffee. Same routine, over and over. How are you gonna make it interesting? I'll tell you how. Put yourself aside and love. And lastly, if you haven't already done so, realize that you have all authority and willpower to create whoever it is that you want to create for yourself. What kind of person do you really want to be? It's really simple, too. Do you want to be funny? You should, because everybody really is funny if they want to be. Being funny is a great way to be enthusiastic all the time, because enthusiasm is really what's going to bring you from point A to point B if you want to succeed. Be passionate. Why not? I don't even know if we really know what that means. Passionate. Passion. You know, there's some times that I get passionate. Just changes your face, man. It changes, slows me down. And it's like confidence in a way that's like serious, but almost witty. Almost patient. It all like fits under that category. They're categories, they're characteristics. And I hope that you take this for what it's worth, because it took me a while for it to be revealed, and I feel like it's just key points, at least in my life. Number one, you want to be honest. You want to be honest with yourself. You really do. Honesty is really what's going to make this world better. There are already people that are honest, and they're succeeding. They're not idiots. They're not fooling themselves. They're the go-getters. They're the risk-takers, the honest people are. And then you got the competent people. They're the doers. You will only grow in confidence the more you do it. So whatever it is that you want to do, just start doing it. Just start practicing. Yeah, I'm talking to myself too, because I am such a thinker and much more of a thinker than I am a doer. But I'm trying to be a doer. Even though I never get to talk all the time, at least in my mind. I do get to talk sometimes, but it's like nobody's really listening. And I know that. Sometimes. Sometimes people are. There are rare cases, though. But it's like, you know what? Maybe that's a reason. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe I shouldn't be talking. Maybe I should just be doing. Shut the fuck up, Philip. Just do it. Just do the work. Just make it happen. Just make them think. Don't respond sometimes. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. And then once you start doing and doing and doing, you're starting to get some money. And then what are you going to do with that money? You're going to start being generous with people. Why? Because it's all about people. And giving people opportunity. At least in my world. But you don't want to hand them something that they're not ready to do. You want to be able to train them. You want to be able to are you going to be able to do this, okay? Do you got what it takes? Some people don't have the character. Some people don't have the work ethic. And I'm speaking for myself. There are some days where I just feel like a total idiot. Then there are some days where I feel like a total genius. It doesn't make sense. I guess it depends on the day. But it really comes down to, am I living for myself or am I living for them? Am I living for you? Or am I living for me? That's what it comes down to. And I'm telling you, do not live for yourself. You'll hate it. You'll hate yourself, man. It's not worth it. Think of today as a continuance of yesterday and the day before and the day before that. It's just one day for eternity. It's not Thursday. It's just day. We're here right now, eternal. Literally. Cancel out all the labels. Cancel out all the labels. You'll realize that we need much more vocabulary for some of the emotions, situations that we're in. We're still creating. We're not there yet. There's so many more labels. What we don't need, in my mind, is just more to consume. Maybe I'm just having a hard time keeping up, but I think we got it. I think we're done. I think you got the message. And I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone. Just be yourself. Even if that self is super weird. That's what terrifies me, man. The more I am told, just be yourself. You don't know me. You don't know me. And I don't know me, man. I'm never out loud. I'm never talking out loud. I'm always inside, bottling it up. You better watch out. Better watch out. I don't even know if the kind of person that I am should be on a stage. Maybe I should just be hidden. Anyway, it's whoever you create for yourself to be. Take it for what it's worth. See the value that you have to offer. And if you don't know what that is, search for it. Write it down. Write it down. I'm telling you, there is so much power in writing it down. Just write down who you want to be. Let it flow, man. If you really don't know, and if you do know, write it down. Because you don't want to forget to deny yourself. Yeah. Okay. All right, Phil. Whatever you say. Goodbye.